Okay, so it's been a while that I have shot a video. I had some personal commitments due to which I was really kept busy. Um, we'll do an update video soon, but I got some spares which will give you an idea of what I'm going to build next. Let's just unbox it. Before we do that, I'll put you guys on a tripod so that I can use both of my hands. This is some really fancy packing. And also, I've tried a new seller this time, so we'll have to see how good he is based on his packing. So we'll give him a rating at the end. Okay. Okay, so it's finally open. So what I bought is a T-stem. Looks okay. So let's see. It is bent. I'll have to take it to a lathe to find out if it is bent. And this is a top plate for an RX. Note RX, not an RXZ. So that's a hint for what I'm going to build next. So the plan is to get this powder coated and then fix it on the bike. So the bike that I have actually doesn't have this top plate. What I have is a top plate from the Yamaha Crux, and that is slightly different because it takes the new model Speedo, and it also takes the RD350 Speedo. So the RD350 Speedo is something that I was planning to put on that along with some RD350 balloon grips, etc. So the bike has been standing for almost 2 years, so it is going to be an easy build if I decide to build that. So the top plate would be useful for that, and I think there is a slight bend in the T-stem, so I have to take this T-stem to a lathe and get the bend corrected. So that is possibly something that I will do before I install it. The T-stem is for my RX100 because that also has a slight bend in it, so that needs to be fixed. So I'll have this pin fixed for that. So that is the plan that I have. So I'll start the build pretty soon. The Shogun build is almost complete. Actually, I had a pretty bad back injury due to which I was away from doing my builds. But now that I'm recovering, so I'm hoping to get back to the bikes by end of this week, hopefully. Right now I'm taking good amount of rest, so I'm going to pack this back and keep it for the time when I actually decide to start the build. Yeah, regarding the rating for the seller, I actually had a discussion with this seller before he sent this part. I asked him if it was bent or if the bike was in an accident. So he was simply telling me that he doesn't know. So though I understand that the price I paid is not high, it's pretty reasonable considering the price for a new one. But obviously, if I wanted to buy a new one, I would have bought a new one. If I'm buying a used one, then there is a reason. All the spares that we buy used is not because of lack of availability. Some of the spares that we buy is because it's cheaper, or the cost is good, or the price is good. So I paid him for the shipping as well, and then ultimately when you get parts which are not as explained, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. So in order to avoid that, I told him to let me know clearly if everything is as per what he described, but then he didn't do it. So unfortunately, the T stem that I got is slightly bent, but I'll use the triple T plate, the crown plate, on my 5-speed, and I'm going to start the build pretty soon. So that's pretty much about it, but that definitely leaves a bad taste in the mouth. So I'm not going to name the seller because that's not what we are here for. This channel is about DIY and enjoying DIY. So if you look at it from a convenience point of view, it was really convenient. I didn't have to go anywhere. This guy shipped it, I just had to pay, and the thing reached my doorstep. So it's a win-win basically. He took the pain to go courier it, pack it. I don't have to worry about all that. I just waited for a couple of days. If you have the kind of patience, buying online is the best option. I save the hassle of putting fuel in the car, driving till the spare shop, hopping from one spare shop to another, trying to find it, and then ultimately hunting for parking spot. So this ultimately saved me a lot of money and time, which is what is more important. So great thumbs up to all of those guys who are putting effort to procure spares, and I never complain about the cost that they charge, because it's not easy to find those rare spares which are not available anymore. So the main point is, for those kind of scenarios, you especially would want to get in touch with somebody who has put that effort and found out the spares that you needed. So just to give you guys a sneak peek, there is the Shogun. It is almost complete, and I've covered it so that it doesn't get dirty. There is the Tiger. We haven't worked on that. And there is our in-house Tiger, and those are the other 3 bikes that I have, including the RD350. So we'll start working on it. There is a small issue with the RX is a tank. The tank, the mechanic actually went one step ahead. He didn't only use M-Seal, he also cut the tank in such a way that it is almost not usable. So we'll figure something about that. Next thing is, I'm hoping to resurrect the 5-speed, because that is not that difficult. It is just cosmetically gone a bit. So I might have to get a brand new handle, brand new crash guard, a brand new sari guard. Actually, I really don't know whether I need a sari guard or not. Two rims, obviously the rear tire. So this is something that I think can be done under a week, or maybe a little more. Wiring, of course, yeah, we need new wiring as well. So this is relatively easy. So I think I might attempt the 5-speed next. So I have some plans for the RD. That also is coming up soon, and then once we have finished the 5-speed, we'll start working on the RXZ. So it needs some parts. I have already made a list of those parts and I've started procuring them. So once I have all those parts, I'll start working on it. And before I start working on the 5-speed, I have to ensure that the Shogun is finished. So that is something which is coming next soon, once my back is fixed. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. Please share it with your friends so that we get some more like-minded people subscribing our channel. This would really help me because I do this purely out of passion, and this would really motivate me. So thanks a lot. Have a nice day, night, whatever ahead. Enjoy. Bye bye.